Well, we will be back to evaluate it at halftime. Until then, enjoy the game. The Bulls and the Knicks coming up from Madison Square Garden. We'll join Marv Albert and Matt Gukas right after these messages from your local station.
His way is to befriend them, to soften them up, make them feel like he cares about them, and then he goes out there and physically tries to destroy them.
I don't go on the court expecting, to make friends. I go out there to play the game of basketball like I know how to play.
Michael Jordan is always on the lookout for extra motivation. In January, Jeff Van Gundy did just that. Not surprisingly, Michael would burn the Knicks all game long.
18 points in the first quarter for Michael. Mike with 27 in the first half.
An NBA season high 51 points left Van Gundy and the Knicks speechless.
Mr. Van Gundy has a Jordan headache right now.
Today, Michael returns to Broadway. Now it's time for the New York players to do the talking.
This is the NBA on NBC. The game of the week. Today, it's the Chicago Bulls versus the New York Knicks.
The usual capacity crowd, better than 19,000 turning out. It's been the hottest ticket in town, and they're here to see the two hottest teams in the NBA. The Chicago Bulls at 53-7. They've won 11 of the last 12. The New York Knicks 46-16. They have the second best record a half game in front of Miami and Detroit. The Knicks with 6 straight wins, 7 of their last 8. It sets the stage for one of the NBA's most intense matchups. Hi everybody, I'm Marv Albert along with Matt Gukas, and Matt, watching Michael Jordan over the years as well as he has played in his storied 12-year career, he seems to move to yet another level when he goes up against the New York Knicks, particularly here in games at Madison Square Garden.
Marv, this rivalry really gets his blood pumping, and no matter what the Knicks try to do, it just doesn't work. All the Jordan rules, all the physical play, Michael just keeps bringing it on, posting numbers in the 40s and the 50s. But for the Bulls to win today, Michael is going to need a lot more production from his teammates.
Now, the Knicks have been getting outstanding all-around play in recent weeks, but still it all revolves around Patrick Ewing, and as of late, he has been in the midst of a magnificent run.
Well, Patrick is surrounded by a lot of talent, and that makes him even more effective. Now, in his last 8 games, he has been exceptional, taking good shots inside and out, scoring at crunch time, and defending as well. And here's how most teams view Patrick Ewing in the scouting report. Likes to face up at 17 feet, which takes away the double team. Always ready to come block a shot, and though he's become a better passer off the dribble, that's where he'll turn it over. And Patrick is ready for this one. He's got his game going, and he wants to show it off.
All right, so coming up, it's the Chicago Bulls and the New York Knicks from the Garden in New York. We'll be back in a moment with the introduction of the starting lineup.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Miller Lite, who reminds you that anything can happen at Miller time. By AT&T. And by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately?
It is a brisk 36-degree day in Manhattan.